Well, if you're anything like me, you've probably made just a little bit of fun of the National Hockey League and its trade deadline, or at least the networks that give it so much coverage, right? I know I've made a few jokes over the years. It used to be such a big, hairy deal, and then the networks got involved with all of this coverage, and certainly in recent memory, the deadline day itself has been meh on the quieter side. And I'm starting to wonder if the Ontario Hockey League isn't beginning to borrow a page from that playbook. Just consider what happened even before this OHL season began, when the Sault Ste. Marie Greyhounds went out and got Jack Beck in a deal with Ottawa. London goes out and gets Michael Simpson in a deal with the Peterborough Petes. The Sudbury Wolves, early in the season, recognizing they need to shore up the blue line, do a deal with the Windsor Spitfires for Nick DeAngelis and Trevor Odell. And then just this week, a three-way trade. Who doesn't love a three-way trade that sees Benjamin Gaudreau go from the Sarnia Sting to the Erie Otters? Erie sends Nolan Lalonde back to Sarnia in that deal, and the Sting quickly flip Lalonde over to the Saginaw Spirit for picks. Look, I love it, and I'm wondering if this isn't a better way for teams to go about it. They've probably recognized this as well, right? If you need an asset, why wait for an arbitrary deadline like January the 10th, the trade deadline in the Ontario Hockey League? Go out and get what you need and get more use out of that player. And the interesting thing is, even though you're getting more mileage out of that player, acquiring him earlier in the season, the prices seem to be a little bit more moderate when you're making the deal away from the urgency of the trade deadline. Why build up to that urgency? Why have players on pins and needles just to go out and get it done? For what it's worth, Jack Beck is about double his output, offensive output, based on his career so far this season with the Greyhounds. I know it's early, but that's a good return early on. Michael Simpson's played 5 of London's 6 games. He's got a goals against below 2 and a save percentage of .935. And Benjamin Gaudreau gets into the Erie Otters lineup, and what does he do? Backstops them with a 30-save performance for their first win of the season. I think it's great. Get out there and identify your need, and don't wait for the deadline. We'll all be okay, and the fans in those cities will get to see better performances and longer performances from the players that their teams acquire. I'm Farwell. It's Friday. We'll see you at the rink.